Good King Wenceslas last looked out on the feast of Stephen, when the snow lay round about, deep and crisp and even. Hello. I was going to wait till after Christmas, but I'm not, and I'll explain why. I've got some loading to do. I've got some produce here. It's in the deep freeze. Like I said, good job never goes off. We've got tomatoes, we've got lettuce, we've got strawberries, tomatoes, and strawberries. So why am I here loading up, and what am I loading up? Well, remember that I have talked to you on numerous occasions about pricing. Well, now, you will on occasion have a situation called great demand which comes through, which says that there is an unseasonably high price on offer somewhere. Now that has come through for strawberries, and it has come through at Johnson's Farmers Market. Now you can see here that Johnson's Farmers Market is now blue, and blue means great demand, and it's 663 a unit, whatever that is. And normally in December you would expect a maximum of 513. So what we are going to do is we are going to make an attempt at loading up some strawberries. It's kind of tricky because there's snow in the way, and we're going to see if we can't load up some strawberries on our little flat deck. So I probably haven't helped myself with the fact that I have this this thing here. But what you want to know is you want to try and get as level as possible, and you want to get as low as possible. And as straight as possible. We might have to come up a smidge. That was down, not up. So that's that. That. Where are we? Right, I think we're good. So we'll tilt it back, we'll lift it up, tilt it back. Right, okay. So it's a bit of a trick with these things. My advice is try and load at the front first. And what I would always say is, oh my, look at how squirrely that is. Try and line up the pallet. Doesn't matter about the fork truck. Don't worry about the fork truck. So what we'll try and do is we'll try and line up the pallet as close to the front as possible. You can sort of push them a little bit. So, and I find getting down here and having a look is probably your best bet. My advice is go a little high. Make sure we're not going to clip the rail. And we'll boodly boo. And you just need it on, right? So level it off. And what we'll do is we'll drop it down. You drop it down till you get the, there you go. The forks are free. And we're out, right? There you go. So we got a couple more of these to do. We have 4, so we should have room for 4. So 4 should be pretty good. So oh, it's going to take a little while. Let me just do this for you. Oh man, was that an effort? So I have tension belt support, which is this thing, which I suggest you get. It's very handy. It tensions product on the back so that it doesn't slide off. So I've now got my strawberries loaded. Everybody wants strawberries for Christmas dessert, obviously. We've got to go off to Johnson's Farmers Market. Now, what I do not know, is, oi, get out of it, you! What I do not know is, do I need to offload this up there with the fork truck? Because if I need to offload it up there with the fork truck, I've got to drive that little forklift truck all the way up there. So that's why I haven't returned it. If I just drive over the loading and it gives me the option to offload it automatically, awesome. So what we'll do is we'll whiz over there and we'll find out, shall we? Please, please make it be the latter and not the former. I mean, it's not that hard. You saw it. It took me a couple of minutes. It wasn't exactly hard yakka. It's just something that sometimes it's a little bit fiddly. Is all. I didn't do too bad a job, really. I mean, fairly. You know, for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you should get 6 on that little trailer. That's fine. You could probably wangle it a little bit and get 9 on by perching the outer 2 kind of on the edge a little bit. You can do that, especially if you've got the tension belt support, because the tension belt support holds them on. If you don't have tension belt support, it is a great mod. And if you do not have it, things will have a tendency to fall off. So just do be aware of that. The tension belt support really helps. Very nice mod. I remember when it came out. I remember before it came out, especially at wooden logs in particular were always a drama. They were always falling off. But the tension belt support would keep them honest, no matter what crazy shapes they were loaded on your wagon. Because some you don't always get straight logs, right? And sometimes the logs are a little bit screwy. Anyway, here you go. What do you think of the map, by the way? Christmassy map. It's not too bad. It's not too bad. Some of the houses have little snowmen outside and things like that. Right, let's see. Please just have it like automatically take it off. But I don't think it is it? It's not gonna automatically take it off, is it? It's not gonna let me. I think I might have to detension it for a start. So we'll untension it. There it goes. Oh, it takes it off automatically. Ah, oh, fabulous. Is that it? I did all that for 1,327 bucks. Did I miss something? Did I miss something? Where's my finances? December sold product 1,327. I think the fork truck cost me more than that. Oh. Right. Make sure you got a lot of strawberries, because they don't make a lot of money. 1,327. Right. It's Christmas, for crying out loud. Anyway, my grass isn't ready. Nothing else is ready. It's the middle of December. I can't plant anything yet. What else? What else are we looking for? Some of the things that we got for sale. Sunflowers. Nope, better in March. Corn. Better in January. What are we at in a minute? Goldcrest Valley. Yeah, but that requires the train. I'm not going to do the train. I might do the train for soybeans. It's a big enough volume, it might be worth it. 800 and something. It'll go up to 909 in January. I'm slightly agog. I better return that thing. I'm slightly agog. I was sort of expecting, to be honest, a little bit more. A little bit more would have been nice. Given, let's have a look at my finances. What was it? Vehicle leasing costs. 3,442, and I got 1,327 back. Well, that's not great economics, is it? Should have stayed home. I got cold for this and everything. I got snow in me gumboots. Right. Merry bleeding Christmas, eh? Right, hello again. It is, pardon me, the 1st of February. So, time has passed on by. And what is happening? Not a lot. Our grass still hasn't grown. So let that be a lesson to you about how long it takes grass to get to harvest. There is nothing. Nothing will. It looks like nothing will grow to harvest in winter, even though these two grass fields are almost ready. But that's not why we're back. There's a couple of reasons why we're back. Oh, where's the pricing? I sold our corn. I sold our corn in December for not quite 900 and something. Um, it was just under that, 890 something, and I got uh like just over 4 grand for it. So not a vast amount. Um, this is due 1,452. So we could. This is 9,800 liters. We could take this to Goldcrest Valley and try the train, and we might do that. And soybeans isn't due for a while, so we might do sunflowers. Um, but I wanted to show you something because there's something else that we need to do that's on the calendar. You'll see that the only thing that we can plant is cotton. Yeah, I know, but I'm going to use the case. I want to plant a cotton field. So I want to plant a cotton field, and the field that I want to plant with cotton is the big one, number 50. So I want to plant number 50 with cotton. So what we need to do is we need to have a look at, we'll go to cotton packs because there's a cotton pack and see what it says. It says that you need a planter for cotton. Okay, they have a particular planter, but that's fine. So always a good idea to check. So planters, planter. This is the cheapest planter that does cotton, and it does. Isn't that the same one we used before for grass? No, but it's very similar looking. It's 15,000. It's only got 3 meters, but we're not in a hurry. So the issue we will need is if we want to move the what's it called, sunflowers at the same time, it means that we would not be able to have this going because we need to lease a tractor. So what we might do first is, here's our little tractor. I think he's only set up for 4,000 capacity, so that's not going to be enough. Because what we want for our thing is 9,800. So what I will have to do is I will have to go and arrange this up to 12,000, and then we'll fill it up, and we'll head down to the train station, and I will meet you at the train station, and we'll talk about trains. Mind the roads, a bit slippery. See you soon. Right, so here we are. This is the train station nearest to us. Now, at the train stations, you'll find a couple of things. You'll find a large silo. Now, it is the silo that feeds the train. You don't feed the train. So, if I come in here, you will see that there is a tipping point, which is this grate right down here on the floor. And it says... start filling or start overloading. So we're gonna start overloading, which means tip it out. Move forward a little bit, and you can see that our sunflower is disappearing. That is going into the silo. So there we go. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 0. Right. Okay. So we don't need to be there anymore. So not the side. Around the other side, around the other side, around the other side, around the other side is a loading point for the train. This is where the train comes in, etc., etc., etc. And over here is the hire point for the train. So we want to hire the train. So we're going to come over here, and it says rent the train for $1,000 an hour. So the train is going to arrive soon. It's 2.4 k's away, 2.3 k's away, so it's going to be here anytime soon. I don't know which direction it's coming from. And I guess we'll wait and see. Right, here comes my train. Hello, train. Isn't it a hunky-dory train? Look at all this. Right, so we are inside the train. Now, what we need to do is we need to go back and get the grain wagon, I do believe. Right, whoa. And we're going to start filling it with our sunflowers. So we're filling it with sunflowers. And there you go. There's 9,000. And as far as I know, all you have to do is toggle cruise control, and it will head off, and it's only going to go to one place. Goldcrest Valley, and returning. Do you want to try to sell the load of goods? Yes, I do. And it's done. 15,676 less. I didn't take an hour for the train, so like 1,000. Go somewhere else. $1,000 for the train. So that sorts that out. So there you go. That's how to use trains. It's pretty simple. So and obviously, you know, instead of having your own silo, if you're just going to sell stuff in Goldcrest Valley, which seems to have a lot of good prices, by the way, that might be the place and the way to do it. But we are going to take our little Lambrini, and you said put a weight in the front. What was I doing? I was pulling a cultivator or something, and it was recommended to get a weight, so I just got a weight. They're like $600, so it's no big deal. And this little trailer's awesome, obviously. Right, okay, so we're gonna get that nifty little planter. That is seeds there, I do believe. I did buy seeds for the grass, and we never used them all. So I don't actually have to come to the shop every time. I think you used to in FS19. So again, we're not in a hurry. So we're going to lease this little sucker. Do we lease it or do we buy it? We lease it because it doesn't plant everything that I want to plant this year. Nor does that. Nor does that. No, because these are planters. I'm only going to use it the once, aren't I? Lease. Releasing it. Releasing it. Releasing it. Right, here we go. Right. Let us get this little thing on the go, and let's get it loaded. And look, it's got what do you call them? Markers. So my plan is that I can actually show you how to use it this time properly, because if you remember, I got a little bit confused. So we're gonna want no, not that one. Sorry. We want cotton. I'm selecting the seeds. Ridge markers. That's what they're called. So I've made sure I got cotton this time. We, as you'll recall, we don't need an awful lot of seeds, because I'm going to get an AI worker to do this, and the AI worker is on buy. So 80 liters. I don't know if I'll be able to show you the ridge markers in detail with only 80 liters, because it's kind of quite a long field. So if I try and do one whole length, there's every chance that I will run out. So this is the big field that is ready to go. Let's just stop there. Let's have a look. So it's not even fertilized. It's not even fertilized. So well, that's interesting. I still think I can plant, fertilize, maybe roll fertilize. Oh, we already rolled. We might be able to fertilize up till the first state. Yeah, we'll have a look at that. We'll have a look at fertilizing when it's already started growing. Anyway, here we go. We lower the seeder. we put out the ridge marker, we turn on the seeder, we go. Right, so here we go. And you'll see that it's making this ridge. For some reason, these fields aren't exactly aligned on the grid. So the edges of the fields aren't exactly aligned on the grid. So you get this little weird janky ridge. And you just got to keep nursing the angle of the tractor. The main thing here is to try and keep that right-hand planter disc running along the edge, because we want to make sure that we are getting as much crop as we can on this field for cotton. Cotton's quite lucrative. It does take a while. It is a bit of a pain to harvest. It is expensive because you need the special gear, etc., etc. But it is slightly more lucrative than some of your other crops. And we've got to the end with this ridge marker, which is just fantastic. So we'll just carry on a little bit, and then we will stop right there. I always do that. We'll lift the seeder, we'll lift the ridge marker, go around and around. So what you do is you line up the nose of the tractor on the ridge like this, right? And then what we do is we lower the seeder, we turn on the seeder, and we go. And as long as I keep the nose of the tractor in the ridge, you see how it's all lining up? So we're not getting any strange lines appearing or overlaps, or we don't have any bits missed or anything like that. You'll see that there's a little wheel has appeared on the top of the tractor. So if I'm in here, I just follow that wheel down the ridge, and that will make sure that everything's hunky-dory. I'm going to hand over to the AI, and they're going to carry on, and they're going to carry on, and they're going to finish planting my cotton field for me, because I don't want to. Okay? In terms of anything else that's happening around the world, this is it. Maybe someone's doing cotton planting? No, there was not really a lot of contracts over the winter anyway, so that's that. Our animals are doing good. We have 20, I think, does this qualify as mature? I think they're mature sheep. We have 5 juvenile sheep that are just about to hit puberty. Our pen only holds 25, so we're going to have to think about selling sheep. And I'll think about what's the least painful way to do that, and what I want to show you. Our chickens are doing very good. We got 60. Remember, we can hold 400, so I'm not in a hurry to get rid of them. I want eggs, really. I want eggs. So these are doing fine. These are the oldest ones, the ones that we started out with. They're 11 months. These are the ones that were just hatched at the end of last year. There's 3 months, and these are the ones that have just hatched this year. So our chickens are coming along fine. Our production chain, I don't even want to talk about. I'm still annoyed at that. So anyway, so it is the start of a new year. We are waiting. This is showing as, I think, needs rolling. So if I just hop out. Alright, so it once rolled, because you remember we rolled it to get rid of the stones. So we got rid of the stones, but now it's changed its state. It once rolled. So what we could do is, in between this and once rolled, is we could take the opportunity to fertilize it. So, because we've got, oh no, it's yeah, it's showing 0 over there, but this is showing weird numbers in terms of fertilized. I don't know why that is. Is that because it was mulched? Yeah, odd numbers. But we want to maximize our cotton, and our yield bonus is only like 60-70%, and over here it's a lot less. So what we want to do is we will. Oh, look, they missed a bit. That's because the field isn't exactly square and because I did the first bit. See? Oh, look at that. That little bit. That's one old strip of cotton you've missed, mate. I'm going to take that off your pay. Um, yeah, okay. We'll let this guy do his thing. We'll fertilize it, then roll it, which you've seen before, so I'm not going to bring you in so you can see all that. And then when it's all ready, we'll have a look at the condition state. So that'll keep us busy for a little while. Look, I damaged this field. I should not have been able to do that. I think I did that with the mulcher. So yeah, so that's that. What are we doing? What are we doing? We're waiting on grass there, and we're waiting on this grass contract coming through. So we'll be waiting on that next. That'll be the big thing. Other than that, March. So we gotta get through February, and then March is the big planting season. So in March, which is the beginning of spring, obviously, there's going to be an awful lot of planting contracts come up. Now, the issue with seeds and seeding and so on is, as you've seen, if I do get a seeder, I just need one little bit of seed in it, and then the AI worker will buy the seed anyway. So I'm still paying for the seed, but I don't have to go through the hassle. And then when I'm done, I can offload the seeder, and then do it again the next one. It's like I said, you look at it however you want to look at it. I just look at it as expediency because I'm not into that much graft like real life. I feel like I have to do that. Um, at the end of the day, you don't have to get a forklift and lift the cedar and lift it up and refill it. Although if you wanted to, you could probably simulate that. You just park next to it and hit a button and it magically fills up. So there's lots of magical things that happen. And I'm quite happy for it to happen like that. As I said, I treat it more as kind of a farm management game than an actual, I'm going to simulate every possible task. But you play it however you want. And then once it gets to March, we'll start looking at what we want to plant on our other fields. We wanted to do sunflowers again because we wanted to see what the maximized potential was. We got 4,500 liters off that last time. We want to get maximum yield on it and see how much of a difference there is, just as a matter of interest. We want to do something special with this field, and depending on the expense, we might even do two special things with this field. Um, I'm not comfortable about money yet to buy these. But once we get the grass, I want to get the silage clamp, and I want to get the grass harvested and stuck in the silage clamp, and I want to show you how to do silage. So the year is marching on, but it is, like I said, if we look at our finances, it is a case of spending a lot. There is a lot of red, a lot of outgoings before we got a lot of ingoings. You see, we got 204,000 for bales. That was that one failed contract, which I'm not advocating that you take contracts and fail them so that you can sell bales, okay? But that's what happened. So you can kind of see sold bales 204,000, harvest income 4,245, 15,670. That's our own product. The other stuff is from contracts and the contract income. So actually, you can see in your first year, you don't make diddly squat from crops, really. Until you sort of get your act together and start generating the kind of crops that you want to generate in the numbers that you want to generate them by, you're going to rely very heavily on things like baling contracts and contracts per se, which is going to net you a whole bucket load of money because buying your own farm stuff and selling it in the first year doesn't make you a lot. Right, so I'll let this carry on, and we'll do what we need to do, and then what I'll do is I'll bring you back and show you what it looks like when we're done. See you soon. Right, so here we are. We finished and it's rolled. Can't fertilize it yet, so it wouldn't accept fertilizing before rolling, and I've obviously rolled it. I had to go over because I missed a bit on the edge here. It won't matter, it's just cosmetic. And it won't accept fertilizing. So I assume, pardon me, it has to change its condition state. So we're looking at it here, and it's saying that it is mulched. So I'm assuming perhaps we might have to wait till the first growth of plants comes through, and when the first growth of plants come through, maybe we can fertilize over the top of it, which is absolutely fine. Um, so that's no drama. So that's the only thing we can plant in February is cotton. We don't have any contracts available yet, and don't have anything to do for another wee while. So what we'll do is we'll probably keep an eye on this, see if it changes condition state. We get weeds or something come up, and when that changes, we'll be able to do some more work with it. Yeah, very interesting. But this is the way it is. You got to learn how the condition states and everything change the field. And so, don't go out and then just... Because the game will let you drive over that with fertilizer. It won't do anything. You're just blowing your money. Don't blow your money. Save your money for other things, because you're going to need it. Right, anyway, we're going to go back to the farm. We're going to check on the animals, do all the stuff that we need to do. And then planting season will be March. I'll see you then. Right, welcome back. We have made it through. We are into March. It is the beginning of spring. It is going to be a busy time for us because there are things that we are going to have to do. If we go and have a look, we can see that a whole load of people are ready. The grass is ready to harvest. So the grass that we planted at the end of the season has come round and is ready. So I think it takes, what is that? That's like 4 months. So I guess if you harvest now and plant in spring, you get another one. So I think you maybe get 2 grass crops a year, which is fine. So our grass is ready. The field 71 is ready, which means I bet that there are, oh no contracts available. But I'm sure there'll be contracts coming up, I tell you. We have our situation on our farm is still the same. Mulched hasn't changed. We haven't planted these, but we are going to plant these because these are what we need to move on to. We need to deal with some of our animals. Even if we just go and have a look at our sheeps. We have now 25 sheep, so we really probably need to get rid of some. We have now got wool stacking up, which is fine. We've got quite a lot of eggs. I don't even want to talk about the glass house. Is there, I suppose. We got some eggs, but they're not producing nearly. You would think 60 chickens would produce an awful lot more eggs than that over the course of several months. Considering you're going to get several eggs a day out of your average chicken. So anyway, I would have thought more eggs, but we haven't had that. And the honey is over there, so we got stuff going, we got produce going. I might see about getting an automatic pallet lifter mod or something to speed up the pallet lifting process. Just because, again, I'm not into verisimilitude. I'm just into managing it. We obviously have all this stuff which we need to lift up and move and sell and everything else and get that out of the way. I need to move this grass because I want to put our silage clamp along here. So I need to temporarily shift that grass, put the clamp down. Then I want to maybe save this grass for the sheeps. I don't know if there's a simple and easy way to do that. And then when we harvest that field, I want to bring the grass over here, and I want to make it into silage, because then we can sell the silage to the biogas plant, which is dandy. Oh, so we will need to have a look at all of that. So these are all things that are going to happen, but they're all going to happen in the next episode, which I think is fair enough. So we've weathered winter, we've come through, we've had a look. We're below 750,000. So we're half our budget. We've been through the latter half of last year, and we're coming into the beginning of this year. We've sowed our first, or planted our first crop in cotton. We have our first harvest of grass to get in. We wanted to put sunflowers in the front field. We want to talk about what we're going to put in the bottom field, and we want to talk about what we're going to put in the top field, and we've got a few other bits and pieces to do. and we'll do that all as part of the next episode. And I think because that's a good place to start, and we'll start in spring, and we'll see how everything goes. So yeah, quiet over winter. It's always quiet over winter. It is what it is, and that's the way that it is. Unless you have loads and loads of stock available, and you're moving stuff out into production chains and everything else. You can always do forestry, because I think forestry goes all year. But again, you know, how long does it take you to do a job? Does it take you 3 months? Probably not. Anyway, I do hope you're liking it. Do click the like button. Do subscribe to the channel. Do feel free to say hi or drop a line or tips or tricks or any good mods that you have or you recommend, or you're saying, hey man, I've got a great pallet lifter mod idea. It's such and such and such and such. That would be fantastic. I am prepared to listen. And I'll see you all again in spring real soon, shall I? And then start of another busy year. Ta-ta for now.